What's shaking, guys? My name is Luke Dancy, and welcome to themagicsession.com. We are here hanging out today with Mr. Mark Calabrese.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So it's been an exciting last couple of weeks here. Last week, in fact, we had two extra people sitting next to us. We had Titanus and Peter Eggink hanging out with us in International Flavors. That was pretty cool.
It was. It was pretty fun. I'm like scattered right now because like I'm looking at cameras trying to see which one. That's the one. It was fun. It was actually very fun. Titanus and Peter Eggink were from overseas, and they came around and hung out with us for a while. It was had a great time. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about it. They, great guys.
Yeah, it was good. And we had a lot of great questions from you guys. And speaking of questions, feel free. We're here just to hang out and chat magic and talk. And we see several of our friends watching in the chat room. And of course, there's even more of you watching without being logged into the room here. We have Ben Trains hanging out. Ben's here.
Hello, Ben.
Mr. Ben Train.
What's going on? How are you, sir?
Daniel Kramer, Floyd Collins, Rich, Stephen Blair, of course. Even actually, you know what? Titanus himself is here right now.
Titanus.
Titanus.
What's going on, Titanus? What's going on, buddy?
What's shaking, sir? Nice. All right. So over the last week, we've been working on a lot of very exciting things, and as you see, one of our sponsors here on the site, to one side of us here on the window, is the new website magicplace.com, and actually on Saturday, June 9th, there will be a live. There's going to be a live pool party from Serenity, which is Chris Angel's home.
Cannot wait.
We're both part of it, and it's going to be a fun thing.
What's the policy on Speedos? Like, is that allowed, or am I?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what the guys say.
Overdressed?
What do you guys think?
I don't want to hear what the guys have to say. I mean, just want to know. Like,
well, you know, it's all guys here. There are no girls.
Sorry, I thought we're in a magic chat room. There's rarely any women ever.
So, but anyway, there's a lot of exciting things coming along with the fun stuff coming. We also have some great new products you and I both been working on that are going to be coming out. So that's pretty cool. And actually, one of the things that I saw recently is I just got the artwork from Paul Harris for something brand new for me that's coming out called Skycap, and I can't wait for you guys to see more about that. It's going to be out very soon.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the artwork too. I mean, I'd love to see the trick. The trick sounds nuts.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you got the brown winds out.
Yeah, figured I'd change it up a little bit. I'm in Vegas, so why not, use
the winds.
Yeah. I got it dirty though. I'm really upset. Like, these are like old and like not in circulation. I got one of the cards dirty, and I'm gonna cry. Not on camera though. I won't cry on camera. But do you want to see a trick?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here, and I think that's why all the guys are here. So
let's see.
Don't forget we have 1, 2, 3 cameras and our overhead camera. So if you want to,
cool.
Let's check out the overhead shot.
Yeah. So let's do an overhead shot of this. As you can see, Luke, most magicians won't show you their prediction. That's a prediction, by the way. Nine of spades. Most magicians will not show you their prediction. But I'm going to show you my prediction. You already see what my prediction is. And we'll take that prediction and leave it right there. Okay, we'll leave it sticking out right there. All right. Now, I'm going to deal cards down one at a time. And whenever you want, just say stop. Okay, I'm just going to do like this. And like I said, whenever you want, just say stop.
Okay.
It's not going to work now.
All right.
Because I'm hoping that you are a magician, not a douchebag lay person. Let's pretend like you're doing this right, okay? Ready?
Let's pretend. That's the fun thing about being
perfect,
live. You
perfect.
Really never
Ready,
know
watch.
what can
Ready?
happen.
Watch. No, keep the overhead shot. This is much better. Yeah. Ready? I'm just going to necktie a lot, though. Whenever you want.
I totally screwed
this
up. All right, I'll stop right there. Yeah.
Right there?
Dodo nasty.
9 of spades?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, you can't get anything right.
What the heck?
Wow, this is brilliant.
Oh, wait. It gets better.
4 diamonds.
Oh, it's on the bottom. I was supposed to bottom deal.
It cannot
not
get
second
better.
deal, but it's okay because look,
no way,
4 diamonds. 4 diamonds.
It can't get better than this. Whoa.
Da, 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 da.
Nice.
There you go.
Very cool.
You mess me up? You never mess me up. Never. Never. So yeah. Do you guys want to learn that? Of course you don't. No, if you guys want to learn that, I'll teach you.
Let's see what the guys in the room are. We're here. Of course, this is the jam session, and people are saying, yeah, why not? Let's check out.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm a big fan of magician in trouble aspect kind of stuff, or especially amongst magicians making fun of the techniques that we tend to use or think we can be using and stuff. And I myself love the psychological stop effect. But it's one of those things where I like for it to mess up. I like to make the joke, especially for magicians.
Yeah.
If it hits, great. But for most part, magicians know what you're doing when it comes to the psychological stop force. So I play a little joke on them. And what I do is the trick is kind of gaffed, but you'll see in a second how it works. What we have here is we have the back of the face of actually the B box, as you can see there. I just had that printed on the the printer like so. And on the other side of that is the 9 of spades, right? I have a little bit of piece of double stick tape. I don't know if you can see that. If you give me an overhead shot, I just want to show everyone what this looks like. Okay, like so. And underneath that, I literally have the 4 diamonds underneath it. Now, this is just sitting on top of the box, and sometimes I wait for someone to make a mention about it, but for this case, I mention it myself. And what I do is I have the 9 of spades on the bottom of the deck, 4 diamonds on the top of the deck. Okay, so essentially 4, 9, like so, like that. All right. This is not a lot of work. All you have to do is really just print this out, and it's printed out. It really looks, here's the thing. On the camera, it actually looks really good, but in person, it looks just as good as well. So what you have here is you have that on top of the box. And I make a mention about how magicians, most magicians won't really tell you the prediction, but I myself will show you the prediction. All right? And I say, we'll take the 9 of spades and leave it right on top of the box. And what I do is as soon as I lay it down, I kind of separate it quickly. So it kind of gives the illusion that nothing really happened. It showed you that. I come back down and I leave it there, and it gives a nice illusion that I just placed the card on top of the box, even though I'm placing it kind of carefully, right? It looks like just placing it there. All the work is done with that. Now it's changed to the 4. So now that that's there, I guess basically what's happening with magicians is that I'm setting them up to make them feel like I'm going to do what they think I'm going to do.
Right.
For lay people, I feel like this is kind of telegraphs the trick as well. So I think that they know what's going to happen. At least they think that I'm going to try to predict the right card. So what I do here is I start doing some second deals. Now, if you don't know how to do a second deal too well, you can really just necktie this effect. It actually makes it funnier for magicians because they see this action, so they know, well, he's doing second deals, right? If you know how to do a pretty good second deal, this also works as well. But like I said, I kind of exaggerate so people think that, all right, he's joking around with us. So they say stop whenever they want to, and I go, bam! And they see 4 diamonds, they see that you've messed up the prediction. And you look for the 9 and you're like, oh, where'd it go? And then you go, oh, it's on the bottom. I should have bottom dealed instead of second deal. Just to make the joke, obviously. And then at that point, even though you've messed up the prediction, you're able to fix it by giving it a rub, and it changes to the 4 diamonds.
It's the rub that does it.
It's the rub. It is the rub. The rubbing always gets it done. But yeah, no. As you can see, it's essentially, it's just like an offbeat kind of effect. It's just playing around with magicians, but also for lay people, if done correctly, if done right, it really is a startling effect because they're expecting you to predict the 9 of spades. Yeah. You mess up, supposedly mess up, and then you still come out nice and clean with the 4 diamonds there. The box obviously is dirty, but at the same time, no one's ever looking at the box. I've had people when I do this trick, I pull it up, and they want to feel the 4 diamonds. They really don't think anything of the box. And if you really wanted to, if you're that scared about it, you can just pop the card right off and go into your other stuff. But I just put the box away. So that's the effect. And there's nothing to say that you can't actually do the psychological stop methods and stuff like that. But like I said, I like to play it off as a joke because people, especially when they're watching the camera, they think Mark sucks, but I don't suck.
Huh?
What? Huh? So there you go.
No, I like that because it's, and I'm just adjusting my table, so don't mind me.
Yeah, sure.
It's always fun when you can do something where you can show the prediction ahead of time, and then something happens, and then they think, "Oh, this guy sucks," and then you're able to pull it off.
Yeah, so. With the right amount of acting, because to me, certain things that have like a magician in trouble. The problem with magician in trouble plot is that magicians in trouble seem to not be good actors. Right. So it's like a burn to the spectator as opposed to it being like he succeeded. Yep. It's kind of like, oh, I messed up. No, gotcha. That's not a really good way to go about it. I think if you act as if you've messed up and then you fix it, and it's just, like I said, it's a magical, like I fixed my problem as opposed to I got you, I tricked you, I made you think one thing and really another.
Right.
So yeah. So.
Cool. A question we had from one of our friends here in the room. Let me pull up his name. We've got a lot of people chatting here. Our friend Lois. I just ended school, so he just got out of school. And basically, he's interested in taking his magic, making some money from it. So looking for jobs in restaurants and stuff. Where should he start? Because and I'm sure a lot of kids have these questions right now because they are getting out of school
Right.
and summertime's here and they want to make some extra money. So how would you suggest that people, get out there and because you've done busking and strolling and all the fun stuff. So
Right.
what would you recommend?
I guess keep this nice and short and sweet about it.
Thank you.
Because I can tell. I see the producer going. So basically, the truth of the matter is that you need to have an act before you can go out and do make money doing magic. I'm not saying don't go out and do magic. I think the first thing you should do is go out and do as much magic as possible to as many people as possible, as often as possible. I'm talking about like think of it as a guitar player who's think about how good a guitar player is at his peak. The only way he got that way is because he spent every single waking moment with the guitar in his hand, picking, shredding, breaking strings, doing everything he could do to get to that level. So, there's for him to make money, he had to pay his dues, and I think you need to do exactly that. You need to really practice, really get routines down, get some solid A material, and before you could ever think about making money. And I don't mean to bust your bubble or make you feel bad, but I feel that when that question is asked about how when you should start making money performing, if you ask that question, you kind of don't know yet, and you're not ready to. So that kind of question gets answered when you realize that you can make monetary, some kind of monetary.
And also, here's the other thing that I'll just jump in and say,
Absolutely,
because I've also been down this road of, being eager and wanting to do restaurant magic, because it is a fun thing. It's a great place to really get polished pretty quickly because you're constantly, doing stuff. The thing is, a lot of people think that it's a very easy thing to do, and while the tricks you're doing, you might know pretty well. I found that when I went restaurant hunting, that a lot of people had already come and tried to do this. They've already approached a restaurant and ruined it for other magicians because they weren't prepared, they weren't ready, they weren't professional, they should not have been doing that. So probably my biggest word of advice would be make sure that you really are prepared to do this, because if you don't know what you're doing and you go out, people will know, and then the next guy that comes along that is ready, he's going to have the door closed in his face because they don't want to waste their time because they think that all magicians are just a bunch of idiots. So
to elaborate on that though as well, I'm a big fan of going to a restaurant, eating at the restaurant, entertaining people at the restaurant. Not necessarily the people eating, but let's say if you're hanging out with your friends, or let's say you do something for the waiter or the bartender or something, and getting people's attention as opposed to going, hey, my name is Mark and I'm a magician. How about me doing some magic at your restaurant? They really have no reason to have a magician at the restaurant. There's a reason why they need waiters. There's a reason why they need busboys. There's a reason why they need chefs, cooks. There's a reason why they need those kind of people there, and managers and so forth. They need those people there because it helps run the restaurant, helps keep the restaurant flowing. Without the waiter, there's no way that people get their food, and it's mayhem. So to be a magician, you're not first and foremost, you're not a magician when you come to that restaurant and you work in a restaurant. You're not a magician. You are there to help facilitate even flow of the restaurant and even flow, even keel of the night. So whether you're a magician and you're doing a couple card tricks, or you're just there occupying their time, or for that matter, you're getting someone's fork. I know magicians who are, I'm a magician. I'll get, I can't help you with that. It's like, you're there being paid.
You're representing the restaurant.
You're representing the restaurant.
Exactly.
And not only that, if you make sure that table's having a good time, they're going to tip you more. Okay, they're gonna speak highly of you, and you're going to keep your job. The most thing is, people don't realize magicians are the most disposable, people at the restaurant at that point in time. If they have to make budget cuts, they're not going to cut the waiters. They might maybe minimize certain staff, but they're going to get rid of the magician before they get rid of.
That's true.
That's a couple $100 that they could be using somewhere else.
By the way, our friend from Fremont Street, Crow the Magician, seems to be in the chat room.
Who's this? Oh,
Crow.
Yeah.
And what do you know? I also see Max Major hanging out.
Oh, Max Major. Oh, son.
Max Major.
Hey.
Actually, if you guys want to see a really cool clip of Mark Calabrese in action on Fremont Street here in Las Vegas,
shut up.
Head over to our friends' magic place. Go to their Facebook.
Let me just get something straight out right now.
Facebook.com/themagicplace, and you can see Mark Calabrese getting busted.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something, okay? let me tell y'all something. And if there's anyone in the room that does watch steals, they will know exactly what I'm saying. Okay? Watch steals are tough. Watch steals are tough when you're drunk, and watch steals are even tougher when the guy who you take the watch from, he's a thief, right? Because then he knows what you're doing. But not just that. I took 3 watches before that and I still was able, and I didn't get caught. But it just happens to be that whenever there's a camera around, I get busted. But you know what? It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
So yeah, that's
right.
Facebook.com/TheMagicPlace. There's a video at the top of the page.
I'm not mad. I'm not upset. It's okay.
You can see it's
upset.
awesome.
It's all right. It's okay.
And there's even a nice cameo of Max Major in the clip.
It's all right.
Too.
Yeah, it's okay.
Max
it's okay.
Major's in the clip too. So
Max Major can vouch for me. He better vouch for me. He knows.
Yeah.
I don't play. But yeah, I guess, like I said, for that one, I forget who asked, but about the restaurant stuff.
Ex-Lois.
There's no real like solid concrete answer to answer your question. I would just say, get a solid act, get a solid routine, get some A material. I'm talking about like 5 or 6 solid pieces of magic, and then realize what kind of restaurant you want to perform at, what kind of venue, and you know what I mean. There's a lot. I mean, I'm talking about hours about this stuff because it really does take that much. And that's not me just blabbing. That's just me telling you that it takes a lot of, there's a lot of more that going on than just going to a restaurant and going, hi, do you want to see some tricks?
No, it's true. There's a lot more. It's a business.
Yeah, the restaurants that I've worked at, I've worked at 5+ years, and I think I know what I'm doing. Max Major knows exactly what I'm talking about. He knows what he's doing when it comes to restaurants. I know Luke knows a lot about the business and stuff, and it's that's why they call it entertainment business. There's entertainment, there's business, there's show business. You know, it's not just the show; it's just also the business, and that's probably the hardest stuff to do. You can do a flawless pass, but not know how to market yourself, and no one will ever appreciate what you do. So,
well, there was actually a part 2 to their question, which was, what are the best type of restaurants, or what kind of restaurants should I try to approach? I know we touched on this quite a few times, but let's touch on it briefly, just to give the answer.
Well, that really depends on what kind of magic you do. It depends on how old you are. It also depends on what venues. What kind of magic you specialize in. Because if you're a kid show magician, I doubt going to like the Palms, steakhouse, where it's like $40 for a steak. Is the people that you're gonna want to hit? Maybe you do. Maybe they have some kids that But at the same time, you're probably not doing elegant. I don't want to say elegant magic. I don't want to offend anyone, but magic, that is conducive to that age group, to that kind of society of people. If you're into like having a good time, having fun with all kinds of different magic, sponge balls, tropical, whatever. Maybe a family restaurant it works for you, like a one-off restaurant or like a chain restaurant. Chain restaurants are kind of tough to get into, but I would still say that. Leave those other restaurants for the kind of corporate market that if you want to do corporate work, that's perfectly fine to you. I have 3 different restaurants that I perform at, and each restaurant is completely different than the other. There's one restaurant that I'll do that is family style restaurant, and that family style restaurant is like I only get kids shows, and sometimes I'll get like sweet 16 bar mitzvahs from it, but there's other Italian restaurants that I do that, and I get corporate shows, I get private parties, I get private venues. So it really all depends on what kind of magic you do. It also depends on what kind of market you're trying to hit. Ultimately, I think it's just what kind of market you're trying to hit. So you got a phone call over there.
I do. I actually have Mr. Chris Angel calling me right now, so I'll let you take over on set for a few moments.
I don't know what to do now. I'm by myself because Luke's good at bouncing things off me. I'm gonna take his seat just so I can get questions from you guys. So let's see what's being said. Let's see. Liam has a question. If you go to a family restaurant, you probably want to whip out the sponge balls and learn how to blow up balloons. Liam, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, like balloons is a whole different thing. But when it comes to family restaurants, like the sponge balls probably play better than they do at, let's say, a nicer Italian restaurant, just because it's just like I said, just a different kind of venue. That's pretty much what I could say about that. And it looks like there's some people that have some issues, or no? Any issues with Firefox or Safari? No? So are there any other questions? I had a question from my friend Dave Casero on Facebook, and he, I'll do a trick. Okay, I'll do a trick in a second. But before that, Dave Casero asked me, how do I know when a trick is done to market? Like putting out effects and stuff. How do I know when this effect is ready to be sold as an effect or taped as a product? And I guess this goes for people who are thinking about putting a lot of magic out, which I know a lot of you guys are who want to put out tricks and things. I would say that you have to have at least performed the effect a couple thousand times. It has to be something that you've been playing with for a long time. Obviously there are always exceptions to the rule about what you want to do and whether you want it to be a trick that you just came up with a week ago and it's ready to go. But I think that you need to put some time and effort into it just because you get to hit every single base, things that you might have missed. You know, I myself have put out a couple of things, and literally a day after I filmed stuff, I came up with a new effect, and I was like, oh man, you know. And at the end, I ended up either changing it or moving around or whatever. But if I kept it a little longer, I know I probably would have come up with that effect and had, you know, that trick for the DVD if I wanted to. So yeah. So let's see. Let's look at some other questions. Ice Wing says, what are some good ways of going up to people and doing a trick for them? That's a good question, but I will. I'll get back to that. So let me do a trick first, and then we'll talk about one good way to come up to somebody. And yeah. So let's see. Since I'm by myself, can I get an overhead shot of this? Since I'm by myself, we'll do something that I can do by myself. This is kind of a cool effect. We'll shuffle. We'll cut. Can you guys hear Luke in the background or no? Is he okay? All right. So that's what we'll do. You know what? I might have to prep this. Luke, are you back?
I am back.
All right, cool.
We have a new viewer.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. So let me switch over so you can come back and play.
Awesome.
All right.
So what's going on?
I was about to do a trick, but then you came back, so I figured I'd wait.
Yeah, let's see. What you got?
Well, let me just talk. Let's do this because I got to set some stuff up. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. So anyway, we were saying about the restaurant work. Just be prepared. Do your due diligence. Be prepared. More importantly, also, your wardrobe is important too. A lot of people just think that they can go in and wear whatever, but really take into account that clean your fingernails because you are a magician. You use your hands. Wear something nice. Be prepared. More than anything, be professional, because the era of professionalism that you bring to the table, it shows people that you're serious about the art, and that you're a professional in what you do, and that's what they want. They want to deal with people that are going to represent the restaurant
Absolutely.
in a positive way and not in a not in a bad way.
So I know I see someone had a question about how to approach people.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Magic.
Yeah.
Do you want to tackle that for a little bit, and I'll think about what to say?
Here's my. That's a great question, and I wish I knew who asked it. This is something that I feel very passionate about when it comes to restaurant magic. The one thing that I hate that people do is to try and approach a table using magic. Because let's be honest, when someone goes to a restaurant, you don't know what they're there for. It could be two people splitting up. It could be someone who just had a fight. It could be two people who haven't seen each other in forever. By forcing magic on people before they've given you permission to, in my opinion, is a very poor decision.
Absolutely.
Two things that can work in your favor, though, by doing what I'm about to say. As you'll see as I mention this. Number one is by approaching the table generically, in a positive way, saying, are you guys okay? Everything's all right here. First of all, you know two things right away. Either they're happy or they're pissed. If they're pissed, you get the hell out of there and you get someone to come in that can help and fix the problem for them. That also tells you, number two, that they don't want to see any magic because they're in a bad mood.
Right.
If you go up to a table and you ask, hey, how you guys doing tonight? Everything okay? And they go, yeah, we're having a great time. You can be damn right. They're about ready to see some good magic because, they're in the mood. And then you go, hi, my name's Luke Dancy. I'm actually here with the restaurant. And they hire me to come in, and while the food's being prepared, do some entertainment. It's on the house. Don't worry about it. It won't cost you a thing, because that's the second thing people think. First of all, is how much is this going to cost me? And
I've had people actually ask, is it free? I'm like, yes, it is free. And then
I hate the word free, though.
Yeah.
I always like to use the word it's complimentary or it's on the house. Free sounds cheap.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So that's just a personal thing. But so those are my thoughts on approaching a table. Just try not to force the magic on people before they're ready, because be honest, they're not there for you.
My least favorite thing is a magician going, excuse me.
The white knife.
Is this your white knife?
Jesus.
A black knife? Two black knives? A red knife? Or is this anyone's wallet? Fire.
Fire.
To me, it's just like, are you kidding me, really?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And I know a couple magicians who do that personally as good friends, when I first met him, I was like, I didn't really say anything, but later on in our relationship as being friends, I would tell him, you need to stop doing that, because it really is, one, it's cheesy, but it's also, like I said, it's in bad taste because you don't know why people are there.
Yeah.
Like Luke said, funeral, divorce, whatever.
Yeah.
The
other cool thing is we had some people in the room earlier mentioning the hats that we're wearing, and I know that you guys can see a little bit there. These, there we go. Get a much better shot there. These are actually the new Baroque card hats, and I know that you can't see it too good from here, but
try the overhead shot, maybe.
Maybe
an overhead shot, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. Much better. This is the new Baroque deck that's going to be coming out at MagicPlace.com. And when do we actually launch Magic Place?
June 9th.
What time? 6 p.m. Eastern
6
time.
p.m. Eastern
That's
time.
right. 6
I
p.m.
knew that. I'm just excited for the pool party. I'm not even I'm not gonna be able to like comprehend time. I'll just be like partying and doing card tricks.
Yeah.
Pool black.
I mean, what's
what up, ladies?
what's the vibe? I
Card
mean, we've been
tricks.
setting everything up. We've got a lot of special guests coming that I can't wait for you guys to see who we got. It's going to be just awesome.
I don't even want to talk about it because we'll talk about all you want, but it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a really good time.
Yeah.
Best time I think it's gonna be one of the best times I'll ever have in Magic for a while.
It's going to be pretty awesome, and we're going to be
It's kind of tough to top.
and like I said, we are going to be also releasing some hot new stuff too.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
I know
awesome.
we got some,
including the hats. If you like
product
the
coming
hats,
out.
I've seen several of you asking about the hats. They'll be available on June the 9th too. So
Absolutely, we have some
supporting these
downloads and different things.
Yeah.
Some secret stuff we can't talk about
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time.
And that's the cool thing about the Magic Session is a lot of the people that we're working with have actually kind of come from this community. I met Mark through the Magic Session, and he was one of you guys watching and hanging out. And so if you guys have any ideas or thoughts or want to share your Magic, we're an open book, and we'd love to work with you too. We just want to try and help Magic, elevate it up a notch to the next level. And also, special thanks. I know Ben Train and you were chatting back and forth. Special thanks to Ben Train and Glenn West for the Baruna change that's coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah,
we want to make sure.
Ben's a good guy, and Ben's one of my good buddies. So.
And Ben, as always, we're always here to try and do the right thing with crediting and all that. So that's all going to be handled as we go forward. Yeah.
Word.
So it's going to be cool.
So do you want to see another trick?
Yeah. That's what we're here. Yeah.
Do you like sports?
I love sports.
What's your favorite sport?
I'm actually a big NFL team. I
NFL
love the football. I love
so
football,
I know you're from North Carolina, so you're a Panther fan.
Through and through, man.
Through and through, yeah. Okay,
Even
so
in the bad times.
What's one of the rivals? I don't follow football as much, but what's the rival of the Panthers?
There's a couple of them. Probably the biggest rivalry of the Panthers is or was the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. Okay, perfect. So what we got here? Let's get an overhead shot of this. I want y'all to be able to see this. Is what we have here is we have Carolina Panther fans and what's his name?
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcon fans. Okay.
Yeah.
Jacks, Aces. Now, what I want you to do is, since you're a Panther fan, I want you to hold on to the Panther fans for me. And I have here the
Falcons.
Falcon fans. Thank you very much, sir. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine we're at a bar. This is my hand's the bar, okay? And I want you to place a Panther fan face down into my hand, okay? And what we'll do is next to it we'll put a Falcon fan. And same thing, put one on top of it, exactly. And the same thing again, one more time, and one more time. Ready, go, perfect. And one more time. And the last one, ready, go, and one more time. So as you can see now, imagine what we have here is we're at a bar and we have a Falcon fan, Panther fan, Falcon fan, Panther fan, Falcon fan, Panther fan, etc. Now imagine these guys are drinking a little much, because they're watching the game and it's a big rivalry. Yeah. So what does the bouncer do when he notices they get a little rowdy? He separates them because you don't want a fight at the bar. You don't want a fight at the bar.
Nice.
So yeah, I kind of did that kind of fast. I'll do it again. Maybe you didn't catch it. So watch again. We have Panther fans. We have the Panther fans and the Falcon fans. Watch again. Take the fans. We'll do it again though, because like I said, I'll do it a little slower. Watch Panthers, Falcons, right? Panthers, Falcons, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Now, like I said, once again, now it's halftime and they're enjoying the game. Panthers are winning, of course, as usual, right?
Yeah.
Falcon fans are getting a little rowdy, so the bouncer says, "I'm not gonna tell you guys again. I'm not gonna tell you guys again."
Nice.
So he separates them. Okay. Now, you want to do it again? Of course you do. So,
third time's a charm.
Take the aces for me. Watch, okay? And we'll actually do this one at a time. Can I have one?
Uno.
Perfect. And two.
All right.
Perfect. And three.
Three.
Perfect. And four. We'll actually put it underneath.
Okay.
As you guys can all see that. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Separated.
Did you see it happen?
No way.
Of course not. I'm not that good. Okay. You can see him actually right there. You can see right there. Now, like I said, leave it face up. You can actually see what's going on.
Okay.
If I get a little rub, the bouncer separates them again, and that's all.
A rub and tug.
That's a different story. That's later on. Now, because you're a Panther fan, let's just say the Panthers start losing, right? Which will never happen, right? But what we'll do is this. Okay, I want you to, imagine see how it feels to be another one of the fans. So you can either be the Panther fan again or the Falcon fans. Put your hands on top of the Falcons. Watch this. Give a little rub. Okay, watch the Panther fans again. Watch what happens, right? Get a little rub like that. You see the Panther fans change?
No.
Lift up your hand. Right? This really makes no sense for the pattern, but it looks cool.
Nice.
See, that's where the Falcon fans go from here,
Nice.
and the Panther fans back over here.
Beautiful.
And moral of the story is don't drink and watch football. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's awesome, man. Now, you know, the one thing I really, really love about this is you've taken a plot, the oil and water, you've put a really nice presentational spin on it.
Yeah, none of the stuff that I
important.
showed you is as mine per se. You can actually find that whole entire routine on Joshua J's Talk About Tricks. There's a lot of stuff going on there. There's a William S. Stone thing in there. The first thing I did was Ray Cosby's thing. You can find that in Impossible Card Magic.
Okay.
And then, like I said, the other bit you can see is actually all on Talk About Tricks. And
Cool.
so yeah, and then there's a Marlowe thing, which I think I kind of messed up. I don't know if that fooled anyone there, but when Joshua J does it, it looks great. And I used to be able to do it really well. If I did it well, then I still got it. If I didn't do it well, it's Luke's fault. And the last thing that I showed you, the little change, is a Yannick Crétin thing from I believe it's from France.
It's called Reflipped.
Yeah, Reflipped. It's
awesome.
a great thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an oil and water. And like I said, I just never liked like oil and water. They separated right to the top.
Yeah.
I mean, it can play. I've seen it be really entertaining, but at the same time, I think it's fun when you can have a spin and whatever. And that's what that pattern is. It really applies to all sports. If they don't like sports, talk about science. And apparently, you can talk about the oil and water like you were planning on.
Scientifically.
So yeah.
Now, something else that's cool, we're doing card tricks here. I will say this is really, really cool. We were at a convention recently, and Mark was doing something, card stuff, with borrowed decks.
Yeah.
It had to be the talk of the convention. There was the one trick that everyone was talking about, and everyone had to see, and everyone was crowding around and surrounding you. You know how it goes, guys, when you're in a convention. There's always the guy on the floor, and everyone's kind of surrounding, and that was Mark. And
it's actually my first time doing it. It was actually kind of cool because I had a lot of big names, and I was like, this is kind of interesting because you know, no one really knew who I was.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
I was doing this thing I came up with. We're calling it devious. It's
devious.
It's devious.
And let's tell everyone out there, who did you fool?
Look, I fooled Luke Dancy.
I think his initials are PH.
Yeah, PH. Yeah, let's not say who it is, but PH. It rhymes with Fall Paris.
Yeah, that was really cool. Paul was he did the astonished look for sure. He was like.
Actually, there was one quote. I'm not gonna really get too much into it, but the quote was, "Nah, I'm not gonna even say it. It's too messed up." It's actually pretty good though.
All right. But it was cool that. And forget about all the.
If you want to know what he said, I'll tell you. You text me or whatever, and I'll tell you what he said because I don't want to say it over the internet. But it was, put it this way, one of the best compliments you could ever get.
And that's the thing that it was more. It's not about look what I did. It's more about. Mark was so humbled by the fact that, and I would feel the same way, as like a hero that you've looked up to in Magic, as someone that you've read their material and you've you probably dabbled with it, and then they come to you and go, "Wow, I really like what you did. I have no idea," and it's a really cool feeling, Just
to kind of give you guys a little scenario of how it happened. I approached Greg Wilson at the convention. I was asking him because I had met him one time before in Kutztown, Pennsylvania convention. And I was actually talking to him about some other stuff, and he said, "Oh, how's that effect that you showed me a couple months back?" And I said, "Oh, it's doing well and whatever." And I got some new ideas with it. And I showed him some ideas, and then he said, "Hey, Paul, come here, Paul." I was like, "Paul who?" And I looked, and I said, "Oh, jeez, it's Paul Harris." And he goes, and like he does, I don't know how, just like that, just hi, how are you? And
yeah.
So what do you got?
With the do-rag.
Yeah, the whole and just him being Paul Harris, and then
cool.
And I showed him stuff, and he really liked it, and and he gave me some cool ideas for it as well.
Nice.
And he also gave me a nice little premise idea for one of the tricks. So it made one of the effects sitting with the guy for 5 minutes made one of the effects that I came up with like 70 times better. So.
But what's really cool is the techniques that Mark's put together for Devious. It's such a variety of stuff that you can do with it, and that's what makes it so good. And that's what we've shown this to a lot of people, and they go, "Oh, yeah, that's cool." But then when they see the other things you can do with the principle at hand, it's really astonishing what you put together.
I mean, there's some cool ideas with it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I came up with. There's a lot of stuff that I've actually, had gotten some contributions from people. I believe Ben Train gave me a couple things, which is cool.
Yeah.
Mike Muldoon, I don't think he's in the room right now, but.
And Ben Train, by the way, if you're ever in Las Vegas, you let me know. You let Mark know. I want to hang out with you, man. Even if you don't want to come in here and be on camera, we'd love to hang out with you and talk Magic. You're one of the coolest guys out there. I know you and I talked about you may be doing like a book review thing, and I'm still down for that if you want to do it, man. Because I think he's one of the most well-studied guys. The fact that he's a big Erdnase nut is a really cool thing, and he's also got some great material. So Ben, wink, wink. If you have any new material you want to release, hook us up. Let us know.
Word.
We'd love to talk, man. We'd love to talk. as with any of you guys, let us know if you have any stuff. Hit us up. We'd love to talk. Yeah. You don't want me on camera. That's it. Ben says we don't want him on camera. I think that's the opposite. We'd love to have Ben on camera.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. You know, he smells sometimes, but he's a cute guy. I mean, what? I'm tired.
Tired. All right. But anyway, so that Devious probably coming up this summer, and also the cool thing is, not to ramble on about this too long, but I got to be honest, I'm so excited about the project. It's really the one thing that got Mark kind of out here in the first place, and then we saw what other Devious stuff he has, no pun intended, and we had to just grab him up and say, hey, we want you to work with us. The trailer for the thing is just
The trailer is actually kind of cool. I mean, the funny thing about the trailer is...
Can't wait to see it.
I mean, it's not even done yet, and like the raw footage of it is pretty. I mean, I would be happy using the raw stuff already, and then just to see it be like cleaned up is gonna be nuts. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, enough about me. Actually, more about me.
More.
I'm just kidding. No. What? Any other questions going on in there? Any people saying nothing?
No, Ben's saying he's in. So if he's around, he'd love to talk and hang out. And there is a trick that Mirko.
Khaleesi?
I'm not sure what the last name is. Mirko, post your last name there. Mark had a question for you. Actually, Titanus, our friend Titanus, who was here in Vegas last week, he's asking, will the trailer have any Southern accent?
There's actually no there's no speaking in my part. There might be a voiceover of me saying some stuff, but for the most part, I won't be talking like this. And unfortunately, no talking like I'm from the South. Finger.
Mr. Finger.
No, but there'll be no.
And actually, it's really cool too when Titanus and Peter were here. We showed them around and showed them what we're up to behind the scenes, not only with the Magic Session, but with some other projects with Magic Place and all that. And they have been so excited, and we can't wait for the rest of you to see what we've been up to.
Agreed.
It's really quite fun. So
agreed.
Yeah, we're stoked. Yeah. So what should we do next? Another trick?
Is there any other question? Does anyone have a question, or do you want to do something magical, or?
I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Do something magical.
Magical?
You don't do magic anymore, Luke Dancy. You just sit and quietly judge my magic, and I don't.
I talk a lot. That's what I do. Also, don't forget that I'm handling a different deck of cards. In 1 week's time, I'm hoping that the next time, and I will do something, but we're using a regular just deck of cards. We're hoping the next show that we do, which should be probably next week, and honestly, guys, with everything going on around us, we're trying so hard to get a regular schedule to broadcast for you. We're working on a ton of things behind the scenes.
So much going on. There's so much going on.
It's been hard for us to try and have a day each week that we know we're going to broadcast, because I want to get a schedule for you, but right now it's been kind of tough.
Soon after the launch and stuff, and after
we should be good to go again. So
after I recoup from a party, it'll be a. But
be a good time. But what's really cool is hopefully the next time we're on, we're going to have the new deck of cards.
We will. We will have. I don't even want to show it.
We'll hopefully have the Baroque deck of cards. So that's going to be
sexy.
Really, really cool. Yeah.
Sexy is one word. Sexy.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
So what are you showing us now?
I don't know. Should I do the controls? Should I do the Dutch? Should I do the color change?
Do go in Dutch. This is a great routine. It fools me every time. And
all right. Yeah, and that's my phone going off. Sorry, guys. My buddy. Oh, Randy Shirley's here. Randy. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Randy.
Yeah. Have you met Randy?
Yes, I have met him twice. Yeah. Once at MagicCon.
Cool.
The second MagicCon, and then also he came into New York for the release party of the Blue Crown. So I got to meet him twice. Very nice fellow. Very nice
and the one thing I'll say about Randy, and then I'll do this, is every time I remember as a kid, as I grew up around, Randy.
Right.
I'd see him doing the pass, and he'd always kind of cock his head to the side, and he'd do the pass. So Randy, this one's for you.
Randy Shirley.
Oh gosh, yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. He
knows
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's funny.
So let's see some more magic now.
All right, I'm gonna set this. I'm gonna do something I don't even know if you've seen this. Honestly, I'm gonna do something a little different. So pardon me for just a moment. This is totally impromptu.
What are you doing down there?
This is honestly, this is something I normally do as an opener. So I'll teach it to you too. This is a really fun piece.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, don't mind the guy.
Why Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island? Verklempt.
All right, I think we're ready. All right, so of course, Las Vegas. It's a weird place. There's a lot of perception, a lot of image that goes on around Las Vegas. It's a place where people, they get a good first impression of you, and then they run from there.
Correct.
But it's also about perception. For instance, our buddy Robert Moreland was out here.
Right.
A couple times recently, and I can't wait to have Robbie back. So if Robbie, you're watching, I can't wait to have you back out here. And he was like, dude, all the girls are so nice. He's like, I'm just sitting at the bar and girls will come up and start talking to me. I'm like, dude, those are working girls.
Those are working girls.
What do you mean? What do you mean? And it's about perception. He thought they were actually like into him, but what they're really into was his wallet.
Yeah, of course,
you know?
of course.
So magic, life, it's about perception. So, for instance, if I were to ask you, what's in this box, what would you say?
Deck of cards.
Well, you would say that because you're used to seeing that, and it's perceived that that would be what's in the box.
Right. Interesting.
And of course, actually, you're right. There is a deck of cards. Let's try something else. If I were to have you name any card in the deck that you want, and we haven't done anything funny here.
No, we have not.
What card would you name?
3 of spades.
Actually, you know what? Let's be fair, because I don't want the
Fine,
guys to think
ask someone
anything.
else. That's fine.
And let's have just someone, the first person in the
spades. No.
The first person in the chat room, just type a card, and we're going to use that card. All right. Randy Shirley wrote the 9 of diamonds, so that's what we're going to go for. We'll go for the 9. So if I were to tell you, and Randy and Mark, that the 9 was reversed in the deck, what's probably the first thing you would think?
BS.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. But I would assume that the other thing you would think of is, well, that's good and all, but maybe he went to a magic shop and bought an invisible deck,
Right.
and
Rough
it's just
and fluid,
a
right.
trick deck of cards,
Right.
and which is
But that's my deck of cards, so
a
no.
possibility. So, well, yeah, but this should be my deck.
Right.
So that would be another perception that you would think that I would just go out and buy a deck of cards that could do that with any card that I want. That's no fun. The other perception right now would be that because I brought the deck out like this, you would assume that the deck is actually face down.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
See, it's all about
perception
and dual reality, and you don't know what's up and what's down and what's wrong and what's right. And just shut up, Luke. Actually, I fooled you again, because if you notice, the cards, they're not. I tried to fool you. I was trying to go with more. I was trying to go with more perception, because I want you to know that I'm trying to keep you on your toes.
Right.
So it was the 9 of hearts, right?
No.
The 9 of hearts.
No,
That's
the
what
9 of
Randy
diamonds.
said.
So 9 of
Let's
diamonds.
see. Randy did say the 9 of diamonds. Actually, I'm trying to keep you on your toes again, Randy and Mark, because I knew that. I was trying to test you to see if you were paying attention. See, it's about perception.
Perception.
I fooled you.
Ah.
Actually, you know what's really cool is before I ever started the trick, there was one card that was reversed. Remember where it was? Remember?
Yeah, the one card on top.
Peek it. Peek it, peek it, peek it. Check it out. Show the guys right there. The 9 of diamonds.
Mother effing.
Booyah! The 9 of diamonds. Look at there you go.
Good stuff,
All
good
right.
stuff, good
Cool.
stuff.
Very good.
Gangster.
So, there you go.
That's why Luke Dancy doesn't do magic too often, because when he does, it hurts your feelings.
Bam!
He doesn't want to hurt your feelings so much.
Bam, son.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I'm just kidding.
That's great. What's that called?
This is something I call wink. Yeah, I was hoping to have the sound effect. I don't have it. Yeah, this is something I put out in the back of a set of notes. This was in the back of my PDF called Stealth, and it's based off of Roy Walton's Smiling Mule, which I then found is related to something else. This is totally different though from the plot. Very easy to do. It's a great opener. Feel free to put your own twist on the presentation. It's just the one that I use.
I like your premise a lot.
So
it makes sense.
it went on a little long, but I'm just trying to have fun with it, and that's what this stuff's supposed to be all about.
Good stuff.
You guys want to learn it? I'll be happy to show you.
Yeah, please show, please show.
I'll see what the guys say. I think it all comes down to them. And then our buddy Andy is asking if we can get an overhead shot. Andy, we will definitely get an overhead shot so you can learn how to do this. All right. So here we go.
Overhead.
Overhead. Let's go, Mr. Bourgeois.
Do it.
Let's get a little clam jam. All right, here we go. So the effect is actually it's very easy, which is always a plus. There's a couple ways you can do this. I have the Joker removed, or if you want to be a wise guy, it's not a bad idea to use something like the Queen of Hearts as well, and you'll see why in just a minute. The other thing that I do is I use the 10s. I had the 10 of clubs and 10 of spades. It doesn't really matter as long as you have two cards that are similar colors, and so we have like the 9 of hearts, 9 of diamonds would work, the 10 of clubs, 10 of spades. You get the idea, the pseudo-mate of the card. So what you do is you would have one of these on the face of the deck, and the other one goes face down on the bottom of the deck like this. So what you have now is a deck of cards that's face up, and then you have the one card on the bottom that's face down, and then of course is the 10 of spades.
Right.
What you would do then is you would place your other card, I'll just get rid of these, on top of this face down. So if you were going to be a wise guy and you wanted to do this for a girl, more likely than not, someone's going to name, the Queen of Hearts. So
Correct.
you could put the Queen of Hearts face down, and that's going to hit
Super smart, yeah.
more times than not.
then
I just ran through and I just grabbed the Joker, but I would recommend the Queen of Hearts going for a girl and trying this, and then you don't even have to do the trick.
Super smart.
The trick will work for itself. So
Beautiful.
so we have the Joker, so that's going to go face down on top. So the order once again is face down card, face up 10, the rest of the deck, and then the other 10 on the bottom. This goes in the box like so. So when you pull it out, it comes out the right way. So do your presentation, have them name a card. And that's why I like the presentation to do, because from the time they name the card until you reveal it, there's enough time misdirection in the middle.
Agreed.
Where you could legitimately have forgotten what the card is.
Right.
Okay. So let's just have someone, let's just name another card.
Two of spades.
So two of spades. So what, of course, I know in my head it's a two of spades. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to out jog the two of clubs. Okay. So we'll go back to the overhead. So we're going to go through the deck, and I'm looking for, of course, the two of clubs. Now, I know that I also need the two of spades. So here's what you do. When you go through the deck and you get to the two of clubs first, you'll out jog it. You're going to keep going just to show, look, actually the whole deck is face up. What you're really doing is you're looking for the actual card, the two of spades, and you're just going to cull it to the bottom of the deck. If you don't know culling, this is a very easy way to learn it. You literally just put your thumb on top of the card next to it, and your fingers underneath the deck just contact the two, and it's just going to ride along right there, and it's going to go to the bottom of the deck. Now here comes the really fun part. As you take the card out and you go to show it to the person, all you're going to do, the only move in the whole routine, really, other than the calling, is your left hand is going to take the deck and just table it as you reverse it. That's it. Now you can show the card and go, here you go, the two of clubs. I told you it was going to be reversed in the deck. And of course, they start to tell you, no, that wasn't the card that I picked. I actually picked the two of spades.
Bam.
You go, actually, I knew that. I was just testing you, because if you do remember, at the beginning of the trick, there was a face down card. And you just have to be careful here to keep the deck square, because the situation is actually this. So you need to just make sure that when you do take the card off, you do it lightly. And now what you can do is you can have them turn it over, or you just slowly turn over and show that actually the two of spades was the card that was on top of the deck the whole time. And then on the offbeat, all you need to do here is just take the deck underneath the top card, and just do a half pass, and now your deck is basically clean. So you can show it again if you want.
Nice.
So that's called Wink. That is something I've been sitting on for quite a while. I put it out in written form, but of course, what do they always say? The best way to hide a trick
Is to put it in print.
put it in print. And that's
Agreed.
exactly what I did. So
Agreed.
there we go.
Good stuff, good stuff.
All right.
What's going on in the chat room? Right? What are people saying?
Well, they're digging the routine, which is always fun.
Cool.
And let's see. One of our friends said they already know how I did it, but okay, cool.
Oh, well, good for you. Well, why not you special? Well, what, you make Luke Dancy cry, huh? Huh? I'm gonna do a trick now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say one thing before you do that, not
Sure.
to cut you off, my friend. We are getting down to about the last 5 or 10 minutes of our chat today. So if you have any questions while Mark's doing the routine here, go ahead and get your questions in, and as soon as he's done with the trick, we'll get your questions in, and then we're gonna head out of here. We got some work to do before the end of the day.
Word.
Titanus is asking, what would happen if they ever call the ten of spades? If they were to call the ten of spades, the other card, good question, I would bring the deck out the other way.
Beautiful.
So just quickly, if the ten of spades was the card reversed on the bottom, and the ten of clubs was on top, the card underneath it, I would literally have the deck, and I would say, you know what's really cool is I can actually control the card and cause it to go down right to the deck. Check it out.
Bam!
Card on the bottom of the deck.
Mama
is the ten of
Sita.
spades. So you have a different effect, but you still have an outcome if they do name the ten of spades. Good question, Mr. Titanus. All right.
Word.
Vangelis, my friend Vangelis. All right. Cool.
All right.
We have a couple questions coming in I want to get to before we head out of here.
Sure.
One of the questions was, what's your favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor? And that came from Daniel Kramer.
Daniel Kramer. What's the sweaty balls? Sweaty balls is my favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor, and that's not even a joke.
So X Lois is asking, how do you find ideas for a trick? How do you find ideas for a trick?
How do I find out ideas for a trick? I watch a lot of movies, read books, and I just get them from other things besides magic. One exercise that I learned, I forget who taught me this, but it's definitely in print somewhere else. But the idea is, if you make a list. Make a list of your favorite things or hobbies or likes and dislikes.
Right.
Make a big list of these things that have nothing to do with magic. So whether it be sports, literature, art, music, movies, whatever it is that you like, and then even if it's just concepts, ideas. I love psychology, so I try to take psychological plots and play with those ideas. I like sociology, so I try to take things that, I like time travel, so I like tricks that maybe have to do with time travel. There's an effect that I'm actually playing with right now about predestination. Like if you guys are not familiar with that, but like destiny. What if I told you, that something's gonna happen? There's nothing you can do to change it. You can try anything you want to change it, and no matter what you do to try to change the future, it's gonna happen anyway, and there's nothing you can do. Which I think that in a movie plot, that's a great movie plot. In literature, it's a great, great literary, pieces of literature. It's a great plot, and I think as a card trick or as any kind of trick, magic trick, it's a really weird effect and plot. I like paradoxes, so I mean, if you just go to Wikipedia and you just type in stuff, go to Google and type in "I feel lucky" and just whatever just pops up and just say, how am I going to make this to a magic trick? How am I going to turn this into a trick? And whatever you can come up with it. And you never know. You might come up with some really cool stuff. You might come up with a lot of duds, and I'll be honest. You'll come up with more crap than you do good stuff. But those good pieces, I guarantee you, will be amazing pieces of stuff.
We have a quick question coming in from Randy Shirley, and I actually like to get my buddy Steve here. Steve Parker. Is he?
Steve Parker.
Is Berto? Is he over there? Actually, could you look at Luke? Do we have the Magic Place commercial on the? Do we have that geared up to run? Because someone's asking us about, Randy Shirley's asking us info about the date and the time, what to expect for the launch. And the launch that we're talking about, of course, is for magicplace.com, which I'm not going to lie, it's been a site that I've been heavily involved in, along with Chris and Mark and Sean Fields and Jesse Feinberg, Jeff Price, a lot of great guys. And we're having a launch party. It's going to be a live launch party. Not only will it be live right here on themagicsession.com, it'll also be live on magicplace.com. And once the live broadcast is over, you can refresh the magicplace.com page, and the official site will then be launched. Mark, I'll let you start because it's been asked now.
Right, of course.
Give us a quick review of what the launch party is actually all about.
Well, essentially, the launch party is, I guess, our attempt to bring Magic Place to you guys and to talk about the things that are coming up, the things that we're working on, the things that are already established, and we've prepared for you guys and had some. We've worked really hard. I know Luke. Before I even got here, Luke was busting his butt to get a lot of stuff done, and Sean Fields has got some great stuff coming out. I have my thing coming out. I know Luke's got some things coming out. I know we have some stuff with David Regal, Tony Clark.
Jesse Feinberg.
Jesse Feinberg's got some stuff. Jeff Price. I know that there'll be there's stuff with like Joe Devlin. There's some really, really, really amazing stuff, original pieces of magic that I think you guys will really enjoy. And I think the MagicPlace.com launch party is, I guess, our way of showing you guys, what's in store and what you're missing, what you'll be missing if you don't, tune in and it's just, like I said, I'm really excited about it, not because I'm involved directly, but because I've got to get to see what stuff is coming out. Like when you see a new effect online, you're like, can't wait to get that. There's stuff that that I watch and I'm like, I can't wait to actually get it myself, and that's not just me trying to hype anything up. It's just the honest truth, and I know that in the past Magic Place when it first came out, it kind of went through like a rough patch, and I think through the nice refining and the refinements that you've done and all the hard work that you put into it, this is going to be like a big deal. So,
and what I'd like to say to you guys, who we've been friends for a long time, most of us have been buddies here on the Magic Session. MagicPlace.com is honestly, it's our humble offering to you, is a new way to experience magic in just a really new and a fun, fresh way. And each product that comes out, we'll be doing a launch party for each product. So it's going to be a really fun way for people to get involved with the creator, with the product, in a fun way that...
I'm going to say this right now. Just asking. I'm asking humbly myself for the release of my effect. I would like a Jello wrestling match with. I don't know who you can get.
I think
I'm preferring Megan Fox and Katy Perry
I think
together.
the boss is watching, so you should plead this
right
now.
Well, big boss man, if you can just pull any strings, Katy Perry and or Megan Fox? Who do you like?
At least the Jello.
At least just the. If we could just have Jello at my party, I don't mind. But Jello.
We should just.
Jello
What we should do is we should
wrestling?
find 2 girls that are actually not the celebrities named Katy Perry. We should find some random girl.
Some girl named Katy Perry. If we
Girl named
could find a
Megan
girl
Fox.
named Katy Perry to be in this Jello fight wrestling match, it has nothing to do even do with the trick. But I think it'd be a. There's no other magic site doing Jello launch parties. That's all I'm saying.
So wait a second. Are you Jello wrestling someone? Are you going to Jello wrestle Stu Stone, or do you want to Jello wrestle like what?
I'm
what's the thing?
judging the Jello wrestling. I'm the referee, and I might fall and trip. But that's just like I said. I like Jello. I like wrestling, and I like.
So what does that have to do with your product?
Nothing at all. I'm being honest. I'm not even trying to pretend like it has anything to do with magic at all. But if we're gonna have a pool party for the launch of the Magic Place, I think I deserve Jello wrestling matches. That's all I'm saying.
You guys watching right now?
Jello.
Do you want a
Jello.
Jello wrestling party if it's like 2 hot? It's like 2 hot chicks in bikinis, Jello wrestling to launch a product. Who?
This
Yes.
is humble offering, by the way. This is my humble offering to you.
We have a few yeses. We have one one person saying it's creepy.
How is it creepy?
Everyone-
I'm not asking to be in. I'm not Jello wrestling with Luke. It's Megan Fox, hopefully, and Katy Perry.
We got a bunch of yeses.
Of course, it's saying yeses.
Stephen Blair, we're actually asking this question. That's the funny part.
Why
So,
wouldn't I? Hey, I'm gonna ask. What's the worst that can happen? They say no to me.
And Chris is actually saying right now. Chris is hanging out. Chris is saying whenever you want. He's going to hook it up so beautiful girls in bikinis are on June the 9th. So June 9th, we just found this out.
Fine. That's fine with me.
We were working on this, but it sounds like on June 9th we're going to have beautiful girls in bikinis at the
Hey,
pool
hey.
party.
Jello? Is there gonna be Jello? Can we arrange Jello?
I don't know.
Hey, Jello. Hey. Okay, gelatin, whatever. Something. Fine, whatever.
So we're
I'm just asking.
In other words, we'll find some we'll find some good stuff to do.
I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for you guys.
Yes. It's all for you, of course. Yeah.
So that's magicplace.com. That's
All
cool.
right. But honestly, though, at the end of the day, while everything looks over the top, while it looks amazing, we really just are trying to make Magic a little better than it's been in the past with the live broadcasting, all that fun stuff. Honestly, give us a shot. It's our humble offering to you. Give us a shot, and I honestly believe that I think you're going to like what we're doing. I'm very proud of what we're doing, and I'd like to send a big thanks once again to Chris Angel for allowing us to use the resources he's put in front of us to try and work with and to make happen. So it's been a pretty amazing thing. I'm not going to lie.
All I'll say about this is that I think let the website let the material speak for it. And like I said, and we're saying this because we've seen how much effort and work is being put into this, and we put our own hard work into it. But like I said, I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming up because
that's the thing. We just want to have fun. We just want to have fun. And we're not going to take ourselves.
Let's not forget why we got into Magic, which is to entertain people and to ultimately have a good time.
And Titanus is saying after the bikini announcement, he can't wait to see his release. So yeah, so everyone out there,
you give me a call, let me know.
You can put out Magic
pudding,
and you can have
chocolate
parties.
Pudding. Think about the possibilities. There's Jello, chocolate pudding, chocolate Jello pudding, vanilla pudding. What else is there? Put more pudding. Wrestling.
I want to have an all-you-can-drink margarita party. That's
Word.
Yeah.
So that's that's all I'm thinking about now. Great.
And as Chris puts it, celebrity girls and Magic, what's better? And I have to agree with that.
I can't complain either. Hey.
Oh yeah.
So So
that's it. So yeah, basically the release of Sean Field's first product, Connecticut, to answer your question, Randy, will be released. The Baroque deck of cards will be released. These hats, the Baroque hats, will be released with some other swag, some download stuff, and we're really excited. There's someone named Tommy on here. I wonder if that's Tom Rutan. I wonder if that's Tom Rutan or someone else.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, we're excited about what's coming, and we hope you are too. And and like I said, once again, if you guys do have some material you're wanting to release or work on, let us know. What better place to come and work on it than Las Vegas, right? So,
Agreed.
yeah. All right. Cool. Any last words for you? Oh, someone said tapioca. Tapioca pudding.
Tapioca pudding. Chocolate tapioca pudding. Chocolate mint.
Low fat.
Low fat. High fat. Could you imagine a high fat yogurt? Just no good. I lost.
Mirko is asking, are the Baroque playing cards going to be on sale at Blackpool? Mirko, Blackpool probably next year will be available. I don't know if they'll be available on site, but we'll definitely have them available by then. I have a feeling, if Chris is watching, I'd really like to go back to Blackpool and represent the company again. So yeah, let's talk. Yeah, it was a good time. We can tout the wares there. And when is the deck released? Of course,
June 9th.
June 9th.
June 9th.
June 9th for a special price. So
June 9th.
very cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. So all sorts of fun stuff going on and coming up soon. Literally over the next year, 24 original releases, probably more. Actually, we're working on so much stuff. And then on and on and on, we're going to continue putting stuff out. So we're rambling now. So I guess we should get out of here. But thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next week. And then hopefully we'll see each and every one of you for the live pool party with girls, and magic.
And pudding.
It's 6 o'clock Eastern time. That's 3 o'clock Pacific time, June the 9th, right here on themagicsession.com. Or you can, of course, join us over on magicplace.com as well. And then once the broadcast is over, the website goes live and all the goodness comes. So that's about it for now. And as I always say, be good or be good at it. Catch you next week.
Pudding.